So if you're working on improvising using your scales, a good concept is chord tone soloing, and that's where you're going to land on a key note of the chord you're thinking about. So let's say we're going to do an A major chord. Remember, that's made of three notes, the A, C sharp, and E. So if I play a little phrase, I landed on an A note. Let's say next, well, that makes sense. Or how about a third interval of that chord, which is the C sharp? Sounds nice. Or the fifth is E. All of those notes would not be dissonant. They would be consonant and would resolve nicely. But let's say the chord, the next chord in the progression is F sharp minor. The notes of that chord are F sharp, C sharp, and A. So the C sharp and A are the same as the A chord. The only different note is the F sharp. So let's say we're going A chord, F sharp minor. So I really could go 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. I could stay on that A note. Would sound good with an A chord and an F sharp minor chord. You really don't have to change. Also, the C sharp is in both chords, so I could, let's say I go on the C sharp and the chord goes down to F sharp minor. But when we go to, say, like a D, that's going to be D, F sharp, and A. So really the A note could fit on all three chords. So the chord progression goes A, F sharp minor, D. You could stay on the A note the whole time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Back to A. So you could stay on the same note. That is really cool because that note is included in all the formulas of all three chords in that little progression. But when we get to the E chord, there's no A's. So E chord is made of E, G sharp, and B. So I might just grab a B. So let's say we're going to do those three chords, A, F sharp minor, D. Here comes an E. So I'll put that B note in there. So all I had to hit was A, and a B. And repeat. And so really that's what's really cool, is knowing what notes are in the chord and playing them. You could hit the roots of a chord. That's kind of how I learned, was following the roots. So I would find the root on the big string, you know. Let's say I was trying to learn a song, I noticed it went like A, F sharp, D, to an E. So the roots, and they're all over the neck. You could go A, F sharp, D, E. That sounded pretty good. And remember, we're still playing a major pentatonic scale. All those notes are found in that scale. So instead of just wandering up and down the scale, you target roots, thirds, and fifths. Every basic chord is made of like a triad, root, third, and fifth. Unless that's a seventh, that's going to have one extra note. But yeah, I would try to follow the roots when you're just starting to use your scales, and then maybe jump over to the thirds. We'll do more of that. Let's just get a little start with the idea, and we'll do a whole bunch more of this. So thanks a whole bunch for the cool questions.